The 2015 Volkswagen XL Sport. The Volkswagen XL1 was born out of the company's desire to build an ultra-efficient vehicle to be able to travel 100 kilometers on only 1 liter of diesel fuel or around 240 US mpg. The first concept was shown to the world in 2002, with an improved model, dubbed L1, showcased in 2009. The study gained the XL1 shape we're all familiar with in 2011 as a diesel plug-in hybrid prototype. An updated production version rolled out in early 2012, when Volkswagen announced a limited edition car will be built starting 2013. The XL1 is propelled by a 0.8-liter, two-cylinder TDI engine rated at 48 horsepower and an electric motor generating 27 ponies. The XL1 is expected to achieve a fuel economy of 260 mpg using both units, and return 120 mpg on diesel fuel alone. The all-electric range sits at 31 miles. As the 250 units slated to hit public roads are still being assembled as of October 2014, the company has developed a brand new iteration of the XL1, named XL Sport. As suggested by its name, the new vehicle is a sportier version of the XL1. Unlike the latter, the XL Sport runs on gasoline and uses a Ducati motorcycle engine. Although it shares most of its body and interior with the XL1, the XL Sport features a racing-inspired body, rides on a motorsport-tuned chassis and comes with a handful of carbon fiber body parts. Showcased at the 2014 Paris Motor Show, the XL Sport is nothing more than a concept that celebrates the 200 million vehicles assembled by Volkswagen as of October 2014. Updated 1 October 2014, the long-rumored XL Sport finally made its world debut at the 2014 Paris Auto Show. Details after the jump. Click past the jump to read more about the standard Volkswagen XL1. Exterior. The XL Sport's rear end seems redesigned almost from the ground up, with only the taillights hinting that its design is based on the XL1's. While the XL1 is quite the futuristic type when it comes to styling, the XL Sport takes things up a notch by blending those design cues with the more aggressive features of a sports car. The extensive modifications begin up front, where the XL1's flat nose received a couple of side vents, an aerodynamic splitter, a larger bumper air dam and a vented hood. The front fascia also reveals the XL Sport is wider and sits lower than its hybrid sibling. The differences between the two are even bigger around back. The XL Sport's rear end seems redesigned almost from the ground up, with only the taillights hinting that its design is based on the XL1's. The fascia itself has been reconfigured to include a large, honeycomb grille, while VW moved the taillights away from the edges. Down below there's a carbon fiber diffuser with 4 fins and 2 exhaust tips integrated near the sides. The rear end is rounded off by a brand new hood, an adjustable wing and massive, motorsport-inspired side vents in the fenders. The XL Sport is a lot more aggressive thanks to its flared fenders and the air intakes flanking the door. Massive changes are noticeable on the sides as well. Although the overall lines of the XL1 remain the same, the XL Sport is a lot more aggressive thanks to its flared fenders and the air intakes flanking the door. The side skirts have also been redesigned and fitted with a tricolor and a Motore Ducati decal. The final touch includes a set of 18-inch, forged magnesium wheels. Wrapped in high-performance tires, the new rollers are 52.6 pounds lighter than the XL1's aluminum rims. Naturally, the XL Sport's entire structure is about lightweight materials, not just the wheels. Much like the XL1, the XL Sport has its entire body made from carbon fiber reinforced polymer (CFRP), while the lower body parts, including the front splitter, side skirts and rear diffuser, are crafted from carbon fiber. The vehicle tips the scale at only 890 kilograms (1,962 pounds), making it a tad lighter than a Lotus Elise. Exterior dimensions. Interior. The vehicle's race-like character is mirrored by a new, motorsport-inspired digital instrument cluster. Volkswagen used the XL1's interior as a base for the XL Sport's cabin, but added several enhancements and unique features. The vehicle's race-like character is mirrored by a new, motorsport-inspired digital instrument cluster with individual lap time and oil pressure display. To eliminate reflections, Volkswagen also added a flat carbon part on the top of the instrument cluster, a feat borrowed from the world of motorsports as well. Other highlights include anodized aluminum accents around the air vents and the DSG shift gate. The shift paddles behind the steering wheel are also made from anodized aluminum. Rounding out the cabin, red contrast stitching on the seats and the seat belts. Drivetrain. The XL Sport draws its power from a 1.2-liter V2 that screams all the way up to 11,000 revolutions per minute and generates 197 horsepower and 98 pound-feet of torque. Unlike the XL1 Hybrid, which is motivated by a combo consisting of a 0.8-liter, two-cylinder, diesel engine and an electric motor, the XL Sport relies solely on gasoline power. But the juice doesn't come from any of Volkswagen's familiar powerplants. For the XL Sport, the Germans turned to motorcycle manufacturer Ducati, which the Volkswagen Group has owned since 2012, and its 1199 Superleggera engines. Specifically, the XL Sport draws its power from a 1.2-liter V2 that screams all the way up to 11,000 revolutions per minute and generates 197 horsepower and 98 pound-feet of torque. It might not sound like a lot of oomph, but the low curb weight, the race-tuned chassis, and the quick-shifting DSG gearbox enable the XL Sport to sprint from 0 to 62 miles per hour in only 5.7 seconds. Top speed sits at 167 miles per hour, which is a fair bit more than the typical 155 mph top speed of most high-performance German vehicles. The high top speed owes some thanks to the XL Sport's aerodynamic design and 0.258 drag coefficient. Drivetrain specifications. Prices. While Volkswagen is planning on building 250 XL1 hybrids, there's no indication that the XL Sport will become a production vehicle. The Germans will most likely make a decision on that after gauging the public's reaction to the car at the 2014 Paris Motor Show. In the meantime, the XL Sport remains a unique sports car built to celebrate the 200 million vehicles produced by Volkswagen as of October 1, 2014. Competition. Lotus Elise S-Cup. If the Volkswagen XL Sport should make it to production, it would have all the credentials to challenge lightweight sports like the Lotus Elise. Currently in its second generation, the Elise platform is rather old, but that didn't stop the British automaker from launching the S-Cup. Essentially the road-legal version of the Cup R race car, the S-Cup features a number of unique exterior enhancements, a race-spec interior and a drivetrain tweaked to deliver 217 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. All that oomph comes from the same Toyota-sourced, supercharged, 1.8-liter, four-cylinder power plant and travels to the rear wheels through a 6-speed, quick-shift manual gearbox. Although a tad heavier than the XL Sport at 2,054 pounds, the Elise S-Cup is quick enough to complete the 0 to 60 mph sprint in less than 5 seconds. The Lotus top speed sits at 140 miles per hour. The vehicle retails from €47,500, which is around $59,940 as of the 2nd of October 2014. Conclusion. The XL1 is arguably the most exciting concept car Volkswagen has built since the W12 supercar. Sure, it's not the kind of vehicle that would establish new speed records, but it comes with a futuristic and practical design, tons of technology, outstanding fuel economy, and low CO2 emissions. With the XL Sport, Volkswagen took nearly everything but the fuel-efficient drivetrain of the XL1, and created a vehicle that fills the all-important sports car gap in its lineup. More importantly, VW is also out to prove that you don't necessarily need 6 or 8 cylinders to build a high-performance car, although this statement needs to be backed by a production version of the XL Sport. All told, the XL Sport is a unique appearance in today's automotive market, one that says a lot about the effort VW is putting into developing innovative drivetrain solutions. Powered by a motorcycle engine or not, the XL Sport needs to become a production car that can tackle both the road and track. It has huge potential as a limited edition model, and Volkswagen could use it to finally join the sports car wars. Love its sporty and compact design, as gorgeous lightweight construction, powerful and efficient drivetrain. Leave it only a concept car might not become a production vehicle. A production car would be expensive.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.